southern Algeria on Sunday welcomed the sight of snow in the Sahara, the hottest desert in the world. A rare bout of icy weather hit the town, covering parts of the sandy slopes in snow, even though it melted as temperatures rise during the day. Photographer Amouda Ben Gerard, who filmed footage of people walking around admiring the sights, said the mixture of sand and snow proved a unique photo opportunity. 16 inches of snowfall was recorded in the Sahara Desert after a freak weather storm. This is the third time in 37 years that the town of Ain Sefra in Algeria has seen snow. Ain Sefra is located around 1,000 meters above sea level and is surrounded by the Atlas Mountains despite its altitude. It is extremely rare to see snow in the town. Locals who endure temperatures of 37 degrees Celsius in summer have been stunned to see in the town, which is also known as the gateway to the world's hottest desert. The Sahara Desert covers most of northern Africa and has gone through shifts in temperatures and moisture over the past few 100,000 years.
Sand dunes in the Sahara Desert were covered with as much as 16 inches of snow after a rare winter storm. The snow started coming down January 7th near the town of Ain Sefra in Algeria. The town, dubbed the gateway to the desert, only got a dusting of 1 to 2 inches, but that was enough to disrupt traffic, stranding buses and cars. The snowfall marked just the third time the area has seen snow in 37 years. The winter wonderland, however, was short-lived. The snow quickly melted as the temperature climbed above 40 degrees Fahrenheit later in the day. The rare snowfall comes as many other parts of the world are experiencing extreme weather as well.
Chain reaction crashes. 90 million in the path of snow, ice, bitter cold from Texas all the way up to the Northeast. The treacherous commute, a major pileup involving a Greyhound bus and several trucks on I-65 near Bonneville, Kentucky. Snow pushing into the Northeast tonight through tomorrow, D.C. to Philly, New York to Boston. Here's ABC's Gio Benitez tonight.
Tonight, a 1,700-mile swath of ice and snow is making travel treacherous for millions, and it's all moving east. Watch this pickup truck try to pass on icy Interstate 55 in Senatobia, Mississippi. Four-wheel drive, no help on these roads. Another one nearly crashing into oncoming lanes. The deep freeze shutting down multiple interstates across the deep south, from Louisiana to Alabama, where there's a state of emergency in effect, to Texas.
If you don't have to be on the roads, please don't be on the roads.
Watch Kevin Quinn from our station KTRK getting ready to report from this crash when another truck careens down the same embankment, nearly crashing into other cars. Further north on Interstate 65 near Bonneville, Kentucky, multiple tractor trailers and a Greyhound bus piling up, at least 7 injured. The icy conditions doing a number on airports too. More than 1,500 flights canceled and thousands more delayed.
Gio with us live from the West Side Highway tonight. And Gio, we know that authorities are warning about the dangerous driving overnight and right into the morning.
That's right, David. That's when we're going to see this storm move along the coast from Florida all the way up to New England. In fact, North Carolina's governor has just issued a state of emergency, so no doubt this is going to be a messy and dangerous commute.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, David, schools closing again for places around Houston. LSU is closed tomorrow, and you can see why right along I-10 there. The Gulf all the way up through, say, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, snowing now. And those winter weather advisories stretch from Marianna, Florida, to Lynchburg, Virginia, to Conway, New Hampshire. I chuckle because it's so deep south that this snow is hitting again. If a place like Mobile gets their second snow of the season measurable, they haven't done that but once in recorded history. So it's a big deal. And yes, the East Coast interior could see 6+ inches if you're just west of Worcester. And the cold, it settles in. Sub-zero wind chills for Birmingham, Alabama.
Across this country battling treacherous road conditions. States of emergencies declared in Alabama, North Carolina, and Georgia. And here in the Northeast, as you can see, the storm bearing down, making for a slippery and dangerous morning commute.
This was the scene for travelers across the country Tuesday.
Watch out!
A semi outside Dallas sliding out of control before slamming into a light post. And near Houston, our station KTRK reporting one crash.
Whoa, there's a...
When another truck careens down the same embankment. From Texas to Maine, dangerous driving conditions wreaking havoc. Freeways littered with accidents. Over 400 crashes in Houston alone. Overnight, highways backed up for miles and entire interstates shut down as the South plunges into a deep freeze.
It's terribly frustrating. I don't even really know where I am at the moment.
And in the north, ice-jammed rivers swamping roads, even flooding entire neighborhoods.
Please stay off the roads. Please stay off the road.
This morning, conditions for air travel no better. More than 1,500 flights already canceled and thousands more delayed as this winter weather barrels through the mid-Atlantic states.
We're preparing now, and we want to urge everyone to do the same.
Right, stretching all the way from Florida, getting ice and snow again for the second time in 2 months. And then this is all up in the Northeast as well. And extremely cold temperatures behind it also. So New York City getting snow now, Boston getting snow, Philly, D.C. We could see several inches of snow in all of these cities. Down in the South has moved out of Atlanta, where we picked up about an inch here. And it's now in the Carolinas, southern Georgia, and even Florida, if you can believe it. And the wind chills are very, very cold. So a lot of kids in the South loving the snow, but not able to stay out and play in it very long because it feels like temperatures are below zero across a lot of these southern cities. Pensacola, it feels like 8 for you. And then here's your radar as it go forward in time. This is going to move on out for today. So by this evening, pretty much everyone should be wrapped up except for maybe the eastern side of North Carolina, the Outer Banks. So high temperatures today, not even getting to freezing in a lot of cities. 23 in Cincinnati, 36 in New York, 34 in Charlotte, 30 degrees, your high temperature in Atlanta.
Overnight, wicked winter weather taking over the roads. From Wisconsin to Ohio to Missouri. Snow sending cars sliding, semis jackknifing on the freeway, leaving traffic backed up for miles. And look at this video out of Kentucky. Black ice sending this car spinning before slamming into a police cruiser. In the Northeast,
water was like 5 inches below the windowsill.
Frozen floodwaters creating ice jams, threatening entire towns. Water rushing downstream, spilling into nearby communities. In Alabama, a state of emergency declared. And in Texas, more than 660 flights delayed or canceled as fears grow that this storm could paralyze parts of the state.